Chapter 5: The Return of the Red Round Worm. The DeLorean screamed down the midnight freeway, stainless steel blurring beneath the floodlights. Sirens wailed behind it, a dozen black and whites in pursuit. Even a helicopter was involved, filming the pursuit and reporting from its aerial vantage point. Through the gull-wing windshield, the Wormenator's optical sensors scanned the night, trajectory locked, flux capacitor humming, stabilizer compound sloshing in the tank. On the passenger seat, in a Tupperware container swiped from a pet shop terrarium, his targets writhed, unaltered red-bodied roundworms, the ancestral DNA of his creators. They squirmed blindly, unaware of the destiny curled around them. The police dispatcher's voice crackled over radios. Suspect is driving a stolen movie prop vehicle. Repeat, a stainless steel DeLorean. Be advised, subject is also wanted in connection with multiple armed convenience store robberies and the theft of hundreds of dollars worth of Visine. The dispatcher had previously argued with himself over the use of the word armed to describe a worm doing a hold-up, but he couldn't come up with a better suited description on such short notice, and so, armed, was going to have to do. The officers didn't laugh, not when they saw the flames spitting from the DeLorean's wheels. Inside the car, the Wormenator coiled tighter around the wheel. His speaker rasped, "Visine, gets the worm out." He punched the accelerator. At 87 miles per hour, the flux capacitor began to scream. Electricity arced across the dashboard. Bottles of stolen eye drops clattered, glowing faintly blue as tetrahydrozoline vapor filled the cabin. Things began to seem like they were happening in increasingly slower motion, and that trippy, wah-wah effect of nitrous oxide was starting to permeate the Wormenator's consciousness. The speedometer climbed, 88, 89, 90. The first cop swore, "He's gonna wreck it," with a cheesy, evil little grin. And then the night tore open. The freeway vanished. The world convulsed in white fire. The DeLorean dissolved into light and was gone. The sewers of 2026. The Worm Council stood in stunned silence, their bodies coiled around reactor coils and jury-rigged screens, watching the last echoes of the Wormenator's departure. The portal had just collapsed, the glow fading, their champion gone into the time stream. And then, the glow returned. A roar split the chamber. Fire streaked across the concrete as the DeLorean burst through, materializing in a scream of light and steel. It fishtailed, tires screeching, sewage, oil, and fetid water spraying in glittering arcs through the air, forming transient rainbows as it fell back to Earth. The car skidded sideways, braking inches before colliding with the gathered scientists. No worm knew what to think. This was definitely unexpected. For about half a minute no worm made a sound or even dared to breathe. The motor stopped, but there was a hissing and popping in the engine and the sound of fans kicking on and off as the human-made vehicle cooled. The gull-wing door lifted. A blue haze spilled out and swirled as it hit the cool ground and then dissipated. As the air in the vehicle cleared, every worm able to see into it was once again stunned to silence, just stuck there in the moment. Slack-jawed and awestruck they stared in disbelief. There, coiled in the driver's seat, was the Wormenator. His mandibles clacked as he rasped. "Mission successful. Cargo acquired." He reached over, popping the Tupperware lid. Then carefully tilting the container and lowering it to the ground with his tail. The ancestral worms inside spilled out onto the damp concrete, blind and wriggling, but strong and alive.